Should I go ashore after 3 years? Should I go ashore after 3 years? John fell badly in the garden 2 days ago. John fell badly in the garden 2 days ago. Turn back. Turn back. My family visits us every summer. My family visits us every summer. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to give a presentation next week. I'm going to give a presentation next week. He will play the piano at the concert. He will play the piano at the concert. The cat caught a mouse. The cat caught a mouse. I will cook dinner tonight. I will cook dinner tonight. Was our aunt an engineer? Was our aunt an engineer? Did you study French before your trip to Paris? Did you study French before your trip to Paris? Wouldn't it be a daily lifesaver? Wouldn't it be a daily lifesaver? You forgot your keys. You forgot your keys. When I have money, I will buy a car. When I have money, I will buy a car. This is a huge pain. This is a huge pain. The country's economy was heavily dependent on the oil industry. The country's economy was heavily dependent on the oil industry. Stepdaughter's race car driver. Stepdaughter's race car driver. He played basketball with his friends. He played basketball with his friends. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant. Have you ever tried sushi? Have you ever tried sushi? Can you lend me some money? Can you lend me some money? I have a lot of strength. I have a lot of strength. Can I taste this smoothie sample? Can I taste this smoothie sample? The article discusses the link between exercise and overall health. The article discusses the link between exercise and overall health. We shouldn't kiss now. We shouldn't kiss now. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. I forgot my phone at home on the way to work. I forgot my phone at home on the way to work. Why did you choose this restaurant? Because it has great reviews. Why did you choose this restaurant? Because it has great reviews. He never forgets his keys. He never forgets his keys. I didn't care every day. I didn't care every day. I only have one chance to do this job. I only have one chance to do this job. Have you traveled the world? Have you traveled the world? Did not become a fabricator every day. Did not become a fabricator every day. Let me know if you want to go on a trip. Let me know if you want to go on a trip. Would he sing? Would he sing? Do you have any children? Do you have any children? Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. All the books on this shelf are mine. All the books on this shelf are mine. Is that sign? Is that sign? By the end of the day, they will have finished their shopping. By the end of the day, they will have finished their shopping. How have you been? How have you been? After the snowfall, they made a snowman. After the snowfall, they made a snowman. It won't go until you say goodbye to everyone. It won't go until you say goodbye to everyone. I will go to the doctor for control and treatment. I will go to the doctor for control and treatment. When will you come to my office? When will you come to my office? Where is the nearest supermarket? Asked. Where is the nearest supermarket? Asked. The package was sent internationally. The package was sent internationally. Can you develop? Can you develop? Can you become a marketer the day before? Can you become a marketer the day before? Wouldn't it be a clerk? Wouldn't it be a clerk? Coffee tastes bitter. Coffee tastes bitter. He wishes to participate in the painting exhibition. He wishes to participate in the painting exhibition. To shout. To shout. Now what is this road sign? Now what is this road sign? This is quite surprising. This is quite surprising. Are they burned? Are they burned? Shouldn't they cry? Shouldn't they cry? The question was asked by the student. The question was asked by the student. Is your brother a lumberjack? Is your brother a lumberjack? Can't I die after one night? Can't I die after one night? The leader of the group was late, so I took over. The leader of the group was late, so I took over. I know I can always count on him. I know I can always count on him. Can you talk to me right now? Can you talk to me right now? Park runs through the tunnel. Park runs through the tunnel. Our half-brother was president. Our half-brother was president. I can speak with you. I can speak with you. He will not teach at dawn. He will not teach at dawn. Can I turn it off often? Can I turn it off often? We're throwing a party this Saturday. We're throwing a party this Saturday. These are my classmates. These are my classmates. Who took your hat? Who took your hat? Rarely closed. Rarely closed. He used to paint weekly. He used to paint weekly. Is our husband a clown? Is our husband a clown? John, are you here? John, are you here? Does he suggest at sunset? Does he suggest at sunset? You shouldn't look back. You shouldn't look back. Have you ever climbed a mountain? Have you ever climbed a mountain? How fun! How fun! So how did you two become roommates? So how did you two become roommates? Your grandmother was a lieutenant. Your grandmother was a lieutenant. We won't be babysitters every week. We won't be babysitters every week. They criticized themselves for poor performance. They criticized themselves for poor performance. John's ticket complexity is greater and always more complex than other teams' member tickets. John's ticket complexity is greater and always more complex than other teams' member tickets. One, providing evidence is the only way to persuade others. One, providing evidence is the only way to persuade others. Suitable. Suitable. I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. I went to the gym and worked out for an hour. Please check. Please check. I won't get it in a minute. I won't get it in a minute. Rarely miss. Rarely miss. I'm not a part. I'm not a part. What time do you close? What time do you close? Your half-brother is a shoemaker. Your half-brother is a shoemaker. I was not saved. I was not saved. I'd be back in 5 minutes. I'd be back in 5 minutes. Can it rain? Can it rain? The cat sits on the windowsill and watches the birds. The cat sits on the windowsill and watches the birds. Not fundraising later? Not fundraising later? Haven't I always been a design? Haven't I always been a design? Can't get married after 2 centuries? Can't get married after 2 centuries? Will they get off the ship? Will they get off the ship? I exercised regularly, so I got more fit. I exercised regularly, so I got more fit. His children were dockers. His children were dockers. We usually take the subway to work. We usually take the subway to work. His grandfather was a firefighter. His grandfather was a firefighter. Self-confident. Self-confident. Do we have to feed after one night? Do we have to feed after one night? What color do you want? What color do you want? Are their daughters salespeople? Are their daughters salespeople? Can you give me 2 pens, please? Can you give me 2 pens, please? Second. Second. We were looking for a new job. We were looking for a new job. I don't think material possessions are the most important thing in life. I don't think material possessions are the most important thing in life. I'm not sure which one to choose between the 2 options. I'm not sure which one to choose between the 2 options. I trust one night later. I trust one night later. He was singing a song when he forgot the words. He was singing a song when he forgot the words. Sorry for being late. Sorry for being late. He's fixing a broken chair. He's fixing a broken chair. Would not settle on a weekly basis. Would not settle on a weekly basis. You should read more books to improve your vocabulary. You should read more books to improve your vocabulary. We should work on our communication skills to avoid misunderstandings. We should work on our communication skills to avoid misunderstandings. She wants to learn how to cook Italian food. She wants to learn how to cook Italian food. I'll tie the atmosphere to the August sun to try to pull you in. I'll tie the atmosphere to the August sun to try to pull you in. If we leave now, we will catch the train. If we leave now, we will catch the train. Put forth. Put forth. He goes to the gym during the week. He goes to the gym during the week. I'm in the next room. I'm in the next room. Our teacher standing at the front of the class is our new English teacher. Our teacher standing at the front of the class is our new English teacher. Your half-brother is a neurologist. Your half-brother is a neurologist. Bought a new coffee maker for the kitchen. Bought a new coffee maker for the kitchen. Handle of the door. Handle of the door. Is your nephew a barber? Is your nephew a barber? His half-brothers are ambassadors. His half-brothers are ambassadors. The house they bought is near the beach. The house they bought is near the beach. Low-fat yogurt. Low-fat yogurt. He considers at noon. He considers at noon. Should not be approached immediately. Should not be approached immediately. I have a fever. I have a fever. Fill out this form. Fill out this form. They should remember. They should remember. What is unconscious bias? What is unconscious bias? The message was sent to the wrong person. The message was sent to the wrong person. Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? You will have dinner. You will have dinner. They stretch at noon. They stretch at noon. Always be grateful for what you have in life. Always be grateful for what you have in life. This is the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. This is the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. The soup is too salty to eat. The soup is too salty to eat. All instructions are included in the manual. All instructions are included in the manual. He needs to buy his friend a birthday present. He needs to buy his friend a birthday present. How many countries have you visited? How many countries have you visited? I continue every month. I continue every month. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. Can't you swim every week? Can't you swim every week? I stand in the shop and see the car. I stand in the shop and see the car. Think over. Think over. He lost his keys again. He lost his keys again. Children operator. Children operator. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Can now refuse. Can now refuse. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. He likes to go to the mall with his friends. He likes to go to the mall with his friends. The letter was written in English. The letter was written in English. Even though it was hot outside, he wore a jacket because he liked his style. Even though it was hot outside, he wore a jacket because he liked his style. We work hard. We work hard. Would not fail. Would not fail. Was his brother a commander? Was his brother a commander? We cry. We cry. The company will expand its product range. The company will expand its product range. Was her mother-in-law an aviator? Was her mother-in-law an aviator? And I was wondering if you said anything. And I was wondering if you said anything. I don't enjoy every week. I don't enjoy every week. Do you do any sports? Do you do any sports? I have a surprise for you, he said to me. I have a surprise for you, he said to me. I have breakfast at 7 a.m. I have breakfast at 7 a.m. You can edit a document in Microsoft Word. You can edit a document in Microsoft Word. Our relatives are concierges. Our relatives are concierges. You usually care. You usually care. Did you eat or drink before arriving at the airport? Did you eat or drink before arriving at the airport? His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter. His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter. I did. I did. Is it called at 1 a.m.? Is it called at 1 a.m.? Also, don't forget to bring snacks for the trip. Also, don't forget to bring snacks for the trip. I don't know your mother. I don't know your mother. He takes his dog for a walk every day. He takes his dog for a walk every day. Was my sister a washerwoman? Was my sister a washerwoman? Were my cousins CEOs? Were my cousins CEOs? Can you bring it right now? Can you bring it right now? Can I sample this hummus? Can I sample this hummus? They have finished their project. They have finished their project. Have they lost a weekend before? Have they lost a weekend before? He had been trying to quit smoking for years until he finally succeeded. He had been trying to quit smoking for years until he finally succeeded. Fallout. Fallout. How long does the sale take? How long does the sale take? You have internet problem on your side. You have internet problem on your side. I could work. I could work. When the music starts, start dancing. When the music starts, start dancing. Your stepson was the driver. Your stepson was the driver. We have to be virologists every week. We have to be virologists every week. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. The picnic was a fun way to spend the day. The picnic was a fun way to spend the day. Can't I appreciate? Can't I appreciate? Will they get off the ship? Will they get off the ship? I have reservations about the safety of that roller coaster. I have reservations about the safety of that roller coaster. After the accident, my father's car broke down. After the accident, my father's car broke down. Have you seen the last episode of your favorite series? Have you seen the last episode of your favorite series? His grandfather is a columnist. His grandfather is a columnist. It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. By the time they graduate, we'll have already planned the graduation party. By the time they graduate, we'll have already planned the graduation party. We can visit the museum tomorrow. We can visit the museum tomorrow. All tickets are sold out. All tickets are sold out. They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. There is a fine line between love and hate. There is a fine line between love and hate. Must be the dusk decorator. Must be the dusk decorator. Is there a fresh deli counter in the store? Is there a fresh deli counter in the store? Can we deal with this at noon? Can we deal with this at noon? If it is possible. If it is possible. You can work. You can work. Change location by clicking the map. Change location by clicking the map. We may not change weekly. We may not change weekly. Can't they shed at night? Can't they shed at night? He cooked a delicious meal for his family. He cooked a delicious meal for his family. Unsuitable. Unsuitable. Is there any food or drink you really miss when you're away from home? Is there any food or drink you really miss when you're away from home? I need a glass of wine after that stressful day. I need a glass of wine after that stressful day. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. I'm going to the golf course. I'm going to the golf course. I should never believe you. I should never believe you. Wouldn't I be an annual nanny? Wouldn't I be an annual nanny? Now I don't accept. Now I don't accept. Shouldn't they hide at sunset? Shouldn't they hide at sunset? The house my father built is a cozy cottage. The house my father built is a cozy cottage. The movie was very long and boring. The movie was very long and boring. This is concern. This is concern. Can he travel earlier at 1 a.m.? Can he travel earlier at 1 a.m.? The car is going fast. The car is going fast. He was the judge at 1 a.m. the previous night. He was the judge at 1 a.m. the previous night. The book I'm reading is very interesting. The book I'm reading is very interesting. Didn't he understand the previous morning? Didn't he understand the previous morning? Would he teach? Would he teach? If you don't study, you will fail the exam. If you don't study, you will fail the exam. I am going to hospital. I am going to hospital. If I had a magic potion, I would use it to bring world peace. If I had a magic potion, I would use it to bring world peace. It won't demolish the building after one weekend. It won't demolish the building after one weekend. Can you analyze a century ago? Can you analyze a century ago? The team will compete in the championship next week. The team will compete in the championship next week. Can you repeat it, please? Can you repeat it, please? This is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. I will go on a journey. I will go on a journey. Was he on horseback? Was he on horseback?